We're live.
We are live
in the house.
Monday the 1st of March. There are snowdrops. There are crocuses. We've got Liz here. Life is on the up, people. Life is on the up. Keeping it real. No paint on those nails.
No.
Welcome. We've got our special guest today. We've got our gorgeous Liz Taylor with us. Welcome.
Hiya, lovely to be with you.
Oh, it's your first time of doing one of these with us live. Obviously, we see each other all the time because we're in groups together, but not like this.
No, I've not been live with you before. It's quite exciting.
Well, thank you for joining us. We feel like people might be bored of just us now, so it's always lovely to roll in some fresh meat. And we've known each other, like, how long is it now? It's about a year and a
Yeah.
Over a year.
So over a year. Yeah, well over a year.
It was definitely pre-pandemic. I know that much. Probably about a year and a half, actually. So, and your life has changed, as many people's have, but like massively, hasn't it? Especially this year. It's like some things just, I think you did ignite your purpose on January with us. It's easier.
Straight up like a rocket. Yeah, most it's changed, like you say, for everyone so much with all the pandemic and everything going on. It's just turned everything on its head, and we're all living very differently to before.
Absolutely.
And, but yeah, through your guys' help, I've sort of managed to, despite all the craziness and all the change and stuff going on, I've managed to keep to my track of finding my purpose, working out what I wanted to do and moving forward with it. So it's great.
Yeah, because that was when we first spoke. It would just feel like another lifetime ago now. I think it is the pandemic. There's like what happened before the pandemic and what happened after. But for you, that was really important, like, because you were like us, weren't you? You come from a corporate background, working global organisations, busy mum. You've got 3 gorgeous little boys. But you were just at that crossroads, weren't you? Deciding like, what do I want to do next? Like when I go, the boys are getting like not older, but where you were like, ready to start looking at yourself and what you wanted to do next, weren't you? When we first spoke.
Yeah, totally. I was in a real sort of crux moment of my whole life. It wasn't mapped out, but I felt like through all school, I knew what the expectations were. You go to school, for our school, you go to uni, you get a professional career. We were hanging off the end of sort of the 80s where it was all like, women can do everything. You can have the career and the family and just go for it all, which is right. You can have it all, but you can't do it all. And this is the thing. I was like, yeah, job, career, profession, got into all of that, and it was just hustle, go, feeling like I had to achieve everything and had to do it professionally and corporately. And then, like you say, I had my my boys and decided to take some time out for my career, and at the time was like, I don't know what I'm going to do when I go back into something, but I know when they all start school, I'll find something. And then when that happened, I was just totally at a loss. I knew I didn't want to go back into that hustle professional career for someone else, but I was totally lost in myself. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what my passions were. And I just needed that help finding that and finding my place and finding myself again.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's like a proper Oprah tweetable moment, isn't it? What did you say? You can have it all, but you can't do it all. Like, but that's true. And I'm with you. Like, I blame the Spice Girls. You know, like they made us believe back in the day, started our careers, could have it all. But it really is. You try to live up to it, don't you? Like you do genuinely try to have it and do it all, and then you kind of lose yourself somewhere along the way, realizing that maybe that's not quite possible.
And I loved my career. I got lots out of it. But when I stopped it, I just realized it wasn't quite me, and it wasn't who I thought I was. But I had this thing inside of I'm a frustrated something or other, something artistic and creative, but I just didn't know what that was. And so working with yourselves through the last year, I sort of was inching closer and closer, and I could feel it, but I still wasn't sure where and what it was going to be. And then obviously with the pandemic happening, whereas I was at home before and able to focus more on what I was doing, suddenly homeschooling the boys, which has been amazing in that I've learned so much more about them and what they do at school and so on. But it's been utterly crazy, utterly ridiculous. And
I mean,
again,
we've only got Caleb, and we've found it really challenging. And there's 2 of us at home. So how have you kept your head screwed on?
And you moved house.
And you've moved house, like
yes,
big stuff in the pandemic. Like, it's insane what you've achieved.
it's been through learning from you guys how to not just be in that hustle hyperactive state as I was before, where I was constantly on the go. I was constantly running around doing things, perhaps things that I didn't actually need to be doing, really focus on other people and what they needed. And I felt like I was doing the right thing by doing everything for other people, but I wasn't doing anything for myself, and I wasn't helping myself move forward as well. So just managing to slow that down, rein that back a bit, and actually start to listen to myself inside and actually understand a bit more who I was going to be. And just recognizing that if I was hustling for everyone else all the time, it wasn't giving them the best version of me either. So slowing it down and just learning to breathe, being more aware of who I am and what I wanted, it just magically shifted everything from I'm too busy, I'm homeschooling, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing the other, to actually, if I take a moment and think this through, I can create that space that I need to move forward in what I want to do in my life.
Yeah. And if you can create that kind of space, homeschooling with the 3 kids, to decide then like what that is for you, then anyone can do it. Because we do, don't we? And Chow, we've said this for years. Like, it's easy to say that you're busy, isn't it? I'm too busy. I'm too busy.
I've got time.
And it's bullshit, really, isn't it? We do get stuck in the red herring of I haven't got the time, or I can't afford it, or it's like, really, we are just scared. We are running scared because we're not actually sure sometimes what will happen when we sit down in that space with just ourselves and no distractions, what we might find.
Absolutely. And I heard you saying that for such a long time, and I was like, yeah, but I am too busy. I can't find that space. And you say like, well, it's when people do that, it's that panic of what's there. And I was like, no, I'm not scared of it. I want this. I know I want this. Why would I be scared of it? But then things shifted a bit, and I realized and understood that more, and just allowed myself that time and space, and realized, I had a sort of massive light bulb aha moment of, I know what I want to do now. And because it doesn't feel like a job, it doesn't feel like work, it feels like something I'm excited to wake up in the morning and get on and do it. Suddenly, somehow, I have shifted things around and created that time and space that I need to do.
Isn't it funny how that happens, though, isn't it? It's like we all said we used to love for jobs, we love being mums, like we love looking after our family. But then when you find the thing that really makes you want to jump out of bed on the morning, like totally living in your soul goal, what does that feel like, Liz, compared to before you tapped into that?
It feels like a massive gift to myself, really. Finally I feel more sort of whole, that I understand, I know what it is that's driving me, and what it is that I'm feeling passionate about and want to achieve. And calmer as well. Not to say things aren't crazy. Of course, they're still crazy. Life is crazy, and never going to lose that. But I can take parts out of that craziness and actually use them for me, and use them in the way that I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see clearer in the future as well. Before, I was always like, well, I can't do it now, but once the boys are back at school, or once this has happened, or once we've moved house. And I was always, again, waiting for that ideal time where I'd have 3 days by myself, no distractions. And again, it's never ever going to happen.
Yeah. So, but we do wish our lives away, but don't. I used to do the same, like when that happens, and then when I get that bonus, and then when I'm and it would be with lots of things, like for the kitchen extension, and some people do it around having a baby, or when I would go for the next promotion, or when we'd start when I'd even think about maybe starting a business. It was just always when. But actually, like, now is always the perfect time, because that's why you're thinking about it.
So the when keeps you working harder, because then you think that you've got to work harder to get to the when.
100%.
So then the hustle continues because you're working harder and you're trying to do more to get to the to the perfect time.
100%. But Liz, tell her, because like when we asked you to come on today as well, like we're so proud. Like we could be prouder of your business than you are. Do you know? like to see this idea all of a sudden, once that penny had dropped of what it was, like you have just gone like fudging, like, and done so much. So tell everybody like what it is that you're doing. Just tell us all about it.
Okay, so it only started up the idea even in January. And it was when I became brave enough to actually speak out loud what I was thinking inside, because I'd had so many thoughts inside of, oh, I could do this, I could do that, but this might happen, that might go wrong. And then I think it was one of the boot camp calls we were on, and you were talking about actually speaking it out there and actually saying it out loud. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll give this a go. And I spoke with my husband first, and then I was chatting to a friend who I do a lot of fundraising work with for our school. And we've worked for years together doing that and really enjoy it. And I started talking to her about, oh, I've got these ideas and I'd really like to do this and that and the other. And she was like, I feel the same. And so actually speaking it, suddenly we were like, let's do this. Why not? So we created a business called Create Your Happy, which is all about putting on events. At the moment that will be Zoom, but when we can all get that together, it will be in rooms together where people can come together, take some time out for themselves. We're focusing mainly at women, but we can do men as well, where they can come together, take some time for themselves to create something lovely. So quite often we both found, Laura and I both found, that we're both creative, but not, I always said, I'm not creative. I mean, I'm not like a talented watercolor painter or anything like that, but I like creating little bits, pretty things and what have you. So our idea is that people come together, we'll give them all the tools and the materials and talk them through doing these things, but there's a wellness element to it as well. It's all about taking time for ourselves and helping ourselves just breathe, slow down and enjoy our time. So we're doing that. We're also, so we're going to be starting those events up soon. We're also at the moment, we've created some lovely Mother's Day boxes of basically things that we'd like to receive for Mother's Day, all beautifully packaged up so that people can come and buy this lovely gift to give to people. And we've just got so many ideas of what we could do moving forward. And yeah, we're just so excited about creating something. We're already selling things, and it's just such a great feeling.
Oh, it's amazing. We've shared your Facebook page there as well, so go and check it out, especially like nice and timely for Mother's Day. But it's just so amazing how, like you say, this is about creating a space so people can just be themselves and be in tune with themselves and be in flow and just be still and calm. Like, we all need a bit of that. It's
totally.
amazing.
Not think about it either.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there, and we can all get on and do it.
And that creative expression is important for all of us. Like you said, it's not about being money. It's about just giving ourselves different outlets to have fun and to, and what we know is like actually doing things that are creative is so good for stress levels as well, because it gives your mind a focus. And when you're in that zone, our brain waves relax and we just kind of go into that lovely, like my mum does it. My mum uses like knitting to help her with pain management, because your brain's focused on that, so therefore it's not focused on your arthritis or whatever. And I love just I get goosebumps of just thinking about these spaces that women, and men if they want to, are going to come to and kind of have that time out with some fun and doing, whether it's vision boards or like whatever it is, like just having that outlet and that chance to have fun and be together and relax and create at the same time.
Totally. And it's also not needing the skills or the expertise to do something complicated. It's all just straightforward, so that you can actually leave with something that you've created that's lovely and you feel like you've got a real sense of accomplishment there.
I can totally see us having you guys like at one of our retreats and stuff as well, which would be so amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
And the thing is, and I think for me, one of the lessons I learned from watching your journey is when you're trying to find like what's my purpose, what's the thing I want to do, it's enforcing it. Sometimes we just got to sit back, have one go. Like when it's ready, it'll come. Like when the time is ready, it's going to pop in, and I'm just going to be open to receive and just chill out because it's there. And it did, didn't it? When you just relaxed into it and said, you know, I'm just going to enjoy, it like in really quickly, didn't it?
Oh, totally. Yeah, it wasn't something that I could have forced out. But like I say, I think I'd thought it for such a long time. I think it was in there, but actually speaking it out loud, it seems very basic, but it was the thing that did it, was actually talking to other people about it. It just suddenly manifested into life. And I think that's something a lot of us do. We always have the little ideas in our head and we think, well, I don't want to share that because other people might go, oh, that's a rubbish idea, or oh, why do you think you can do that? But actually when you speak it, it's amazing how many other people are like, I'd love that, that's such a great idea. And
amazing. Well, check Liz's Facebook page out, because we all need a bit of flow, a bit of calm, a bit of space.
Absolutely. And what we want to do is, well, today we're so excited, and we have launched our brand new masterclass. Never done this before, and it's out now to register for, and it's on the 16th, and it is Wealth Without the Hustle. Because like we've just been talking about, we do think that you kind of have to work really hard to get what you want. And wealth isn't just about money, it's about health, it's about love, it's about joy, it's just that abundance of life. But you know, money is one of the things that holds a lot of us back. So we want to talk to you. If you want to know how you have a life of wealth without the hustle, this masterclass is for you. And we have got limited spaces on this one, so make sure you register now. Cheryl, I'm not logged in.
I've shared it. I've shared that the link.
I can't see anything. So get registered. This one's going to be epic. And there's a VIP. You can register as a VIP. We've got special bonus gifts if you register as a VIP for this masterclass, which we've never done before. I'm really excited. So yeah, get registered and come join us for that time, Liz. We love you so much.
Yes.
Like, words cannot express how proud we are and how excited we are. And we have to order my mama box as well. I haven't done it yet. I need to get on there and order it for our mother. So thank you so much, Liz.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for joining us. We're back on Thursday. I think it's 1 p.m. Thursday, and we're going to have another exciting guest with us. So we will see you all here.
Have a good week. Bye, guys.
Bye.